Hi, Stylish here. Today we will set up a Daggerheart game with no content paywalls, all homebrew allowed, and it will take a minute, like literally. Then I will spend the rest of the video showing you cool stuff you can also do there, once your game is already up. If you haven't heard about Daggerheart yet in 2026, then welcome to planet Earth. We hope you will enjoy your stay. No, really, just go to daggerheart.com. Just, get your copy already. It's that good. Maybe you will be lucky and those are not sold out again. Anyway, did I mention this video is not sponsored? All the opinions here are my own, period. So, to set up the game, we're gonna be using Oracle Tabletop. It has full Daggerheart support. Let's make a Dagger of Hearts, Daggerheart engine, and there we can jump in. Let's make them up. Let's upload a new one. So we're gonna take this one. This one is beautiful. All right, and we are pretty much good to go. If you want to invite your friends, just copy the link, send it over to them, and you can also click here to get the link, and send it over via instant message, Discord, wherever you want. As soon as they come onto the page, you will be asked to let them in or not, and you're good to go. You can start playing. So now we can put some tokens in. So let's maybe add Bob over here, right? And we can actually see that the scale is a little bit off. So you can go here, like scale the map down, and if that's, you can just use Alt and minus sign or plus sign to just that will be faster. All right, since this map has some grid pre-applied already, then we can measure. Now it looks fine. Okay, so let's put two more tokens, like maybe let's do this elf girl as well. All right, and we're gonna do it this way so that Bob will be an NPC and elf girl will be a character. And there are a few things that make Daggerheart specific. They have, of course, the character sheets. NPC has their own simpler character sheets actually here. The combat initiative is slightly different. It's like, you take the spotlight, and this Oracle does support it. I will show you that as well. There are cards for skills and other things. So this is here too. And there's leveling up, and I will show you that as well. So let's go one by one, starting with character sheet. So as soon as you drop a token and decide that this is supposed to be a character, some stats will be randomly generated for you. Oracle will just come up with a name and a class and everything, just in case you want to just create a bunch of characters quickly. And the NPCs have slightly smaller character sheet and simpler, but that works for NPCs as well, and those are also automatically generated. So if you're a GM, you forget to make that NPC or come up with someone on the fly, you can just drag drop a token on the map and you will get something to work with. There will be some short description that can give you some ideas. Okay, you can maybe use this, but if you don't like that, you can go into edit mode and use the randomizer and just hey, maybe I want a different description, or maybe I want different stats, different heritage, everything, as much as you want. So anyway, now this guy is named Lucian. Fine. With the character sheet for player characters, it's a bit more complicated, but it's not that complicated actually. You know, it may look like a lot. That's because I have everything in one page here, right? But the system is quite easy. You know, there are way better videos on YouTube showing you how to play Daggerheart, how it works. Go to Critical Role, they can explain it way better. This is more about, you know, how do I get my character to be playable online, right? So in here, you can just, you know, go in, put whatever stats you come up with, wherever level you are, whatever upgrades you took, you can just put it in and it will be usable. You have evasion, you can mark armor slots, you have HP that you can mark, stress, hope, the damage thresholds. You can put experiences in here, like, you know, she's like a painter and she will paint stuff, whatever. And you can put the weapons and the modifiers, whatever it is, to like, it can be a knife, something, right? And range, damage dice, everything is here. As well as armor, you can put that in as well. You have some questions that can help you flesh out the looks of the character. And when leveling up in Daggerheart, you kind of take choices that, you know, when you go one level, you can choose like, I will increase hit points and maybe get the stress slot. And then the following level, you will, you know, make other choices, like to choose another card. And then, you know, this will stay with you and you will be able to see, okay, I made these choices already. So that stays on your character sheet and you will not lose track of that. Then, okay, Bartosz, that really doesn't fit an elf girl. Oh, I'm lucky today. Let's call her Elsa and that will be fine. All right, back to here. So now it's Elsa and Lucian. They're all ready. And, you know, of course, you can just roll finesse with advantage or disadvantage or just plain. And then you will get your rolls, hope and fear. This one is just fear. And because I created the map, I am the GM, I get this quick button to say, hey, I can add fear now to the story counter. And that fear will be there automatically, right? But let's make another roll. Maybe this one goes better. So yeah, this one is with hope, right? So again, I own the token, so I get the button to click to add hope. And if I do that, the hope will be added automatically to the right token. You will see that 3, 2, 1. Boom, right? Everyone will see that, hey, this token just got one more hope. It shows up on the character sheet. And yeah, if you're a player, you will get that button, not your DM. So yeah, so advantage, disadvantage, that works the way it is supposed to be. So it adds a d6 to the roll or subtracts the d6. One more hope. Cool, I get one. And then GM has his fear tracker, so you know you can change that at any time. Spending fear, getting fear. You don't have to use the button. You can just do that manually. You also get a GM counter, like, you know, I don't know, the big stone ball is coming downstairs, so, and it's, you know, getting closer, so you can put that and your players will see the counter as well. Let's do some combat then. So let's start the combat, and combat in Daggerheart is slightly different, right? They don't have initiative really. It's like you take the spotlight. But then you need to kind of make it somehow work in an online game so that it helps. So as in every system in Oracle, you just control click on a character to get it into the combat. So this one is not rolling any dice. You just say, hey, I'm joining, now I'm taking the spotlight, right? And then let's put maybe, let's put some enemies here. So we're gonna use some stat block for sellsword, for example. Okay, let's put like 1, 2, 3 sellswords so that we can kill them. Okay, so now that we want to get into spotlight, like let's say control click Elsa. So now Elsa is taking the spotlight, and the combat tracker is not actually tracking like initiative really, but it is tracking how many times did you take the spotlight. So I can like, hey, now this guy will take the spotlight, and now Elsa will take the spotlight again. And now you can see like Elsa already took spotlight 2 times, while Lucian only took it once, right? So this guy is going to take the spotlight now. Elsa is going to take the spotlight. You will see which one of your players is actually staying very quiet. So that's like a GM tool. When playing online, it's that much more difficult to notice if someone is withdrawn. This will help you out. You will see, you can, kindly ask, hey, Lucian, maybe you would like to take a spotlight and do something, right? So kind of useful tool, right? And we are still following the rules as written for the initiative. If your players are not so keen on using the Daggerheart initiative spotlight stuff, you can just treat this as a regular initiative and just go next and next and next. And I get you. My players also prefer to have this list because it's it takes a little bit of getting used to the spotlight mechanics, and sometimes it's just easier, so you can go both ways with this. Either you just control click when you want to take over the spotlight, or you just go next, and that works too. Anyway, so we have Elsa, who is a character, right? So if I now spotlight Elsa and click someone else, then you will see this kind of targeting box appears. The weapons that I have on a character sheet are also here. So I can just throw a knife or something. And when I do that, it will roll the dice. It will tell me the result. But then it also tells me if it's a hit, because if I open this character sheet, so he has evasion of 10, and Oracle knows that. So she will be able to immediately say, hey, it's a hit or it's not a hit. That also helps the DM. Like, you don't have to keep all those sellsword character sheets open. Maybe one of them is more armored. Maybe one of them is very sneaky and has bigger evasion. You don't have to keep this thing open or remember it, because Oracle will just, as soon as you roll the dice, Oracle will tell you if it's a hit or not, right? This works both ways. So if NPCs are trying to hit a character, it will take a peek into the character sheet, see the evasion, and Oracle will just tell you within the chat, is it a hit or not? Another thing about NPCs is that their damage is applied automatically. So if I'm now going to point at this character, it is a hit. So now I will roll damage. The damage will go over automatically. This is again to help the DM, right? So I'm gonna roll a lot of dice. Yep, and that killed him. So yep, that was just minion, so very easy. But sometimes it's a lot of work for the DM to keep track how many hit points are left on whom. And if it's an NPC, it's, it can happen automatically. If we turn this around and let's say this sellsword wants to attack now Elsa, he will roll to hit. Okay, it's a critical miss. Not really. But even if he hits, right, 18 hits, and even if I roll the damage, like, let's do 1d6 plus 3, okay, it just tells me, okay, so this is secondary weapon damage to Elsa, 1d6 plus 3, which results in 8, but it will not apply the damage to the characters, because with the player characters, there's so many options. Like they can choose to use armor slot or maybe not, or maybe they will dodge, or they will use some special feature, class, spell, something, right? So they have options to choose from. So this is not happening automatically, but it does tell you how much the damage we are looking at. And then players can make their choice and they can mark, hey, I'm gonna use an armor and maybe mark 1 HP and resolve this way. So you're free to do it your way. All right, what else is specific to Daggerheart is the cards, right? So if I go into the character sheet, you can just copy here, like whatever class features you have, depending on the class you chose. But then there are cards, and you can choose from a lot of things. So the cards are pretty neat thing. Like I remember myself doing cards for D&D back in the day, because it helps so much with creating character. You just make choices. Should I take this spell or maybe that spell? You can just put them in front of you and just make your decisions. It's nice. And with the cards, there's a ton of cards available. You can just go to this Daggerheart card creator, and this is available for free on the internet. You can just take any ancestry subclass. There's like tons of different spells and abilities, and you can just make your own as well. Right, so you can just, hey, I'm gonna create my own version of Galapa. I'm gonna name it something else, and I'm gonna put my own image that I made, and then you can just for example, let's just say no edges, let's just use PNG. I'm gonna export this, right, and then I can go into my Daggerheart character sheet and say, hey, I'm not gonna use all these. I'm gonna use my own card because I'm cool this way. So I'm gonna use my own ancestry, which is just Galapa else, and I can put any description I want to. And I'm gonna go to my downloads, take that nice card, drag it here, and I can choose if this is a card that collects points or not. I can share with the other players, but since this is bullshit card I made on the fly, I'm not gonna spam this. Just save there, and there's a card, and I can just put whatever else I wanna, like maybe some other ability that you can find, or maybe like maybe something from the Void, which is like a homebrew section of Daggerheart, and you can choose cards that are already there, or you can make your own. There's no limit on content. You will never have a paywall in Oracle, so just pick what you like, right there. And you can also kind of zoom in to read this if you want to, and if you go over here, those cards will be here, so you basically don't even need to open the card editor. You can just, hey, zoom in. Okay, right, this is what I can do. Fine. and you will have all that right at hand, ready to help you out. And with that, we basically covered character sheets, leveling, cards, the initiative, anything specific to Daggerheart is there. And almost forgot. So when you're rolling a test, like let's say finesse test, maybe with advantage, but you also want to use an experience, you can also click that and it will say, yes, you're using the experience. So, and when you roll that, you will get an extra bonus. So like here, so we rolled 3 and 2 on a d6 for advantage. We got it. We got +4, which is +2 from the experience and +2 from the finesse. So it's all summed up, and it also says so, like using this and that experience. So that is already there. Also, you know, one thing that works in Daggerheart is like having items. This works for Daggerheart too. So I can drag drop like a healing potion, and I can just say this is a pickable item. As soon as I do that, I can say like, hey, it just does 1d6 restores health, and maybe it has like, you know, 2 uses, right? And there's an item prepared for my players. So as soon as my players get closer to, okay, let's drop that for a moment. So let's say Elsa is now pretty hurt, so she can run over here. As soon as I am close to that healing potion, I can right click on my character, and players can do that too. And you can select like grab that. Right, and then I will be able to just, okay, let's get rid of it. And this item shows up in the inventory now. So I can roll this 1d6 if I want to and have that quick result. I can also, you know, open it and, you know, see the description. And once I'm done, I can, you know, go somewhere else and decide, okay, time to drop this. I need to focus on something else. So you can prepare loot ahead of time when you're GM, like, you know, create items. You can decide, hey, this is going to be an axe and it's going to do like 2d8 damage because it's so, you know, magical something, or 2d10 strength. I actually did that earlier. Okay, anyway. So, and characters will be able to pick it up. It's cool, like, you know, you don't have to waste time during your game session to just say, hey, you picked up this magic axe, it has this and this properties, now please copy it into your character sheet. You can just, you know, put it there on the map, it will be waiting. If they find it, you can actually hide this too, like it's hidden, but they roll like investigation check something, and then yes, show them, and they can then get closer and pick them up and get them right there. It gets a nice feeling like when you can actually pick up an item and it shows up in your inventory. It's cool. All the other tools, like, you know, you can roll any dice, like, you know, just click that many times as you want to. All those other things from Oracle, they work. You can just, you know, put up token names if you need to. You can just, you know, have a hex grid applied to the map. If the map is without it, then, you know, but this one doesn't need it. There's a fog of war that you can just, you know, go into edit mode and start covering things in cloud of, or, you know, use right mouse button to get rid of this, you know, cover everything, reveal everything, hide all GM tokens if you want to. All that. And if you really want to play in style, then we can go here and upload a map that is actually animated. So let's take maybe this one. Right. It will take a bit longer to upload, and it will take a bit longer for your players to load it up, but boy, that it looks good, right? It looks really awesome to have this, you know, live environment. So that will be it for today. I hope you guys have a lot of good time playing Daggerheart, because it absolutely rocks. I love the system. It's really cool, and those cards, it's like quite inspiring to create your own ones and come up with really cool ideas. As always, you can report bugs if you see anything not working or getting stuck. You just click on this button. This will lead you straight to Oracle Discord, where you can just share your ideas for improvements or report bugs, and I will be picking them up and fixing them. But for now, it looks like, you know, Daggerheart is good to go. You can play. Before we leave, I want to give a shout out to 2-Minute Tabletop and their absolutely wonderful tokens. They have a stunning collection of absolutely beautiful tokens, tons and tons of them, all different kinds, and you can even go in and, like, you know, customize the colors for each one. Those are really cool. I love them. And also shout out to Chepeku. They have awesome maps, really beautiful, including the one I was showing. Truly artists. They are not sponsoring me, but I really love their work, so go and check this out. And that's it for today. So I wish you guys having a great time playing Daggerheart on Oracle. And I'll see you next time.